Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Right, let me start this again. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is Tom Origins, and I'm going to start this new year off fresh by talking to you guys about something pretty monumental, something pretty huge. Alright? So let's crack on. Right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tom Origins, and in today's video I want to congratulate all of you, every single one of you who's part of the Tom Origins community, by just going over some of my personal highlights from 2022 and expressing my gratitude to you guys for what you've helped me achieve by the time we've made it to 2023. So, I can't even remember how many subscribers we were on at the start of 2022. I'll let someone comment that down below if they remember, because it's been that long and that hectic this year. My brain is mush. But I wanted to say a massive thank you to the community tab. You guys on the community tab have been active as hell over the last 12 months by liking posts, commenting, voting in polls, voting in like Q&As, doing all that good stuff, supporting posts and messages, and adding your own stuff. Like when we decided about the haircut, you guys voted on that. You know, that was amazing. 55 of you came to vote on something else the other day. It's mad. Like, we did Game of the Year votes, we did all the different posts about when new videos went live, and you came and liked it and commented on it. So, like, the interaction you guys have been doing over this last 12 months has been insane. So thank you to all of you who've come this far, joined the channel this year, or have been in the channel since its beginning. You guys have smashed it. This year, one of my New Year's resolutions, we've got a few, but I wanted to express more emphasis on just being bold-faced, brutally honest and true about everything that happens to me in my personal life and that happens here on the channel. I want to be brutally open about everything because I've had the honour and the privilege that in some of your darkest hours of need, you've come into contact with me through Twitter, through email, through Snapchat, through Instagram. You guys have come in and you've contacted me, or friends of yours have contacted me, or family members have contacted me when you've hit some low points, and I love that I was here for you, to be here for you. And if it's not been made more clear, 100%, please know that I am one person out of millions of people, billions of people on this planet, but I will always try my very best to prioritize if I see a comment, a message, an email, whatever it is to do with your mental health. I will be that person. I will put you at my priority, top priority, to try and make sure anyone who gets in contact with me is okay, is sorted out, has got someone to listen to, has got a shoulder to cry on. It might be a digital shoulder, it might be the fact that I'm miles away, but it doesn't matter, because I'm here, and I'm here for my community, and I want everybody to understand, and I've been building this community since 2013. I wanted people to understand ever since building this channel, in the hardest times of my life, I've wanted people to know that this is an open door community with an open door policy. You can identify whatever you want, and just be yourself in my community and not be outcasted, stranded, lost, confused, scared, worried, anxious, any of that shit. There's too much stuff like that happening in the world, and I don't want this place to ever feel like that. That's why I moderate every comment. That's why I go through every comment section and find everything that is negative or toxic or racist or sexist, transphobic, whatever it may be. I educate myself all the time with slurs and slang and context and meaning behind what people put sometimes, and I make sure this place is as safe and as clean and as clear as possible for anybody to come, because some people are really thick-skinned and they can come in and they can bounce off anything, and some people are at times in their life where they are really, really in need of someone to listen to them, to someone to embrace them, make them feel comfortable, make them feel safe. And that's what this channel's always been. And we always have fun and we have a laugh, and we'll say and do random stuff on the channel, and we'll just have a laugh when we're performing. And you know, this is me, these types of videos, this is me talking to you directly when we're doing live streams and we're playing characters and we're having fun and we're doing different things and things like that. But I want you to know from day one, if you're new here or if you've been here forever, I want you to know from day one that this community is an open door policy for everybody. It literally is the top thing in the bio that we have, so people can know that from day one. Everyone and all people are welcome. As long as you're having a good time and you're looking after yourself and looking after others, and you're not being toxic or spreading things or being horrible or whatever it is, negativity, leave it outside. There's too much of that in the world. So I wanted to say thank you to that. I wanted to say thank you to the community. That's my proudest thing, is the community section, because people come on and they vote in polls and they get involved, and it's your way to get your voice heard on my channel. And it will get harder as we get bigger, but it is something I'm so prioritized on. That's the main thing. That's why we don't have merch. That's why we don't have things like external factors like Patreons and things like that yet, because at this moment in time, my biggest thing to prioritize is my growth of my community and the strength of my community by welcoming as many people in as possible and doing things that accommodate to as many people as possible. And that's why I'm so proud of the community tab, because when we get content coming out and I get overwhelmed and I get stressed and I get close to burnout, I let you guys vote on what you want to see and what I want you to react with, and you tell me what you want to see, because I just make the content and I could make anything. I love YouTube so much that when I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I think about. It's the first thing I want to do. It's been my hobby and my passion and my dream and my job for my entire life. I've seen it as that my entire life, and I love this thing, and it makes me so proud every day. And I look at it, and whether we go up a few 5 subscribers, which is a new 5 in the community, whether we go up by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000, it doesn't matter. Whatever we go up by, that's a new person in our ranks, that's a new person in our community, in our family. And sometimes this is what I've seen, the emails, I've seen the messages. Sometimes this is the place where people come to when they feel like they haven't got anyone to go to. And that makes me so proud, and that makes me so proud that I am someone who has given that person that community, that space to come to, and I'm honoured by that, and I can't thank you enough for giving me that privilege. But moving on, just some of the basic stats of the channel this year. Our biggest video on the channel currently is the how to unlock gun tips and tricks in Red Dead, doing the gun tricks. 430,000 views, which is insane. Thank you very much for that. The how to change your Red Dead character, 326,000 views. The first thing that ever triggered it off our channel was the 300k viewed Arthur's Cure TB Red Dead video, which is like a little parody, a little comedy thing that we did. How to buy the Moonshine Shack, 191, so 191,000 views. The bunker, the Call of Duty bunker, 139. That could hit 140 in this new year, probably. And then that's just amazing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 videos on the channel, and then we have a 6th one, which is one of the Spider-Man YouTube shorts. We have 6 videos on the channel that have got over 100k views this year, which is insane. It's mad. Some of the YouTube shorts have done really well. We just did one recently for Tarkov that got 3,000 views, so that's really good. I love doing the videos, and like I say, I try to follow trends. I try to follow what's happening and what's fresh, and then every now and then I'll take a break and do something that I personally am passionate about, like the daily vlogs. They don't perform very well on the channel. They're not what the channel's aimed at. That's not really what we're doing, but every now and then I'll throw something out there that might flop and not perform as well as it could do. But I take that risk because, you know, I like having my channel as a sort of diary that I can look back at and look at in years to come, and remember my holidays, my birthdays, special events in my life, like graduation and things like that. So as much as I know they won't perform very well, and some people could look at that and look down upon it, I get it, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the gaming stuff. That's the purpose of the channel. Gaming tutorials, gaming videos, things like that. This year I've gotten really big into my live streams. I've done some impeccable live streams. If we go to some popular live streams, we did the Tyson Fury fight. That got 2.8 thousand views on a live stream. We did some Red Dead Gold live stream. That did 2.7 thousand views. A Spider-Man live stream. We've gotten a fair few stuff. And if we see the Tarkov one of my proudest things, we did Tarkov for 11 hours. It was my very first ever time playing Tarkov, and it's been a game I've wanted to play for decades. And I finally got into playing that, and we got 237 people watching that live at the time, which was great. Ready or Not was surprising. I just did a random police simulator, and that got 200 odd views, so that was amazing. We did loads of stuff, like High on Life. We did a whole series on live, which was really fun. Live streamed every single chapter, and you can go to the playlist tabs, and you can go and check out that. There's a High on Life one, where Genshin Impact this year has been humongous. We've just done that recently. We've been doing that, and we'll be getting into more of that as we unfold into the new year. Some more playlists that I'm happy about is the Florida Summer playlist that we did, the Last of Us Part 1 playlist, and it's still not finished yet, but my God of War playlist, which we're getting into at some point. We're going to finish that game in the new year. But like I say, as far as the channel goes, I can't remember exactly where we were at the start of 2022, but we certainly weren't on 5k. So we now have 5k subscribers. We have more than that now. We have 5.68 subscribers. K subscribers. So we have 5,680 plus subscribers at the moment, which gives us roughly, I think we worked it out on the community before, about 300. We're 319 away from 6k. So that's going to be cool. And like I say, my first big milestone on YouTube, and this is the thing with YouTube. If you're someone who started YouTube this year, if you're someone who's recently just started doing a YouTube channel, I've seen many friends, family members come not to me and ask for help, but I've seen them around me doing their own YouTube channels, and most of them have abandoned them, left them behind, ignored them, dropped off the face of the earth, stopped them all entirely, deleted them. Lots of people get the idea that YouTube is easy, YouTube is fun and simple and easy to do, and it's not. It's not at all. And it's not easy when you have 10 subscribers, it's not easy when you have 100 subscribers, and it certainly doesn't get any easier the bigger your channel becomes. Any humongous YouTuber out there who is at like the 1 million plus mark would tell you that themselves. It is been a privilege of mine to go to some gaming events and actually have moments to speak to people like the Syndicate Project, Life of Tom, who's got, 9 million, nearly, I think maybe even 10 million on the Syndicate Project channel, and then like 2 million, 3 million on the Life of Tom vlog channel. He's a big YouTuber. He's very local to me. He's a very close person to me personally. He probably doesn't even know that I exist, but I've met him twice, and he's been lovely. And he's had so much on his plate when I've met him, because he's been at huge of gaming events and had interviews and fans coming up to him, and he gave me the time of day to speak to me, and his mum spoke to my mum, and it was a really nice interaction I had with him. And when I asked, one of my first questions I ever asked him was, how do you cope with that many people? And I remember him saying to me that no one's ever asked me that question before, as like a fan perspective, like in interviews and stuff. He got asked that question, but like as a fan meeting him at an event, it's normally like, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? It's normally like that, or like, can you put a tweet about my YouTube channel? He was surprised that I'd asked him that question, and he said to me that it's just about the dedication that it takes. How much do you want it? How much do you want that to change, that to be part of your life, and how much do you want to build something to be remembered by, or to live by, or to live through, or be that person for somebody who needs it most, or be that person who is passionate and proud of what they make. And I've felt at times I could wake up tomorrow and see that this channel has not grown an inch, not grown a centimetre, or by a person, or a view's not gone up, or it's been 6 months of stagnantness and nothing's happened. And is it time to walk away? Is it time to close the door? And I feel like there's such a bug inside of me. There's such a demon inside of me. I'm so obsessed. I've been and done so many things in my life. I've been so many people for other people. I've done so many things for other people in my life. I feel like this is me, and this is my YouTube channel, and this is what makes me me, and this is what makes me feel like the most Tom of Toms there's ever been. And it's a weird, perplexing thing, but it was when I was at my darkest and when I've been at my lightest, this has been my favouriteest thing to do. And I can't tell you how much it makes me feel like I'm alive, and that like I'm doing something. And that if I disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow, someone could come to this channel and see this 22-year-old that's got 2.6 million views and 5,000 plus subscribers and did it all on his own. And that makes me proud. More proud than my GCSEs, more proud than my A-levels, more proud than the university degree that's sat on the chair behind me, more proud than going to Buckingham Palace and getting an award for doing some Duke of Edinburgh award, and going to the Buckingham Palace Gardens in London and getting a badge and a picture with a royalty member and all that stuff. Forget all that can all go in the bin tomorrow. I would happily throw it all away for this, because this has been the thing that's made me my most proudest. It's been my obsession, my addiction, my full-on passion, and I've seen it become a hobby that I escaped off to when I felt my most alone and isolated and vulnerable. And I saw it build and build and build, and every hater, every naysayer, every person that spat negativity and toxicity towards me and said you couldn't do it, and not random people off the internet. That doesn't matter, because I don't know them from A to B. I don't know who any of those people are. Not those people. This is probably one of the darkest things that many people wouldn't tell you, but I've experienced far more negativity, far more toxicity from people in my own community, my own contact with, face-to-face contact. I've experienced more bad with people I know day to day, and I'm talking close people, like circles of students I've been to school with and known for decades of my life, people who I've had in my family. That is mind blowing. That I've had more negativity from those people than just complete strangers on the internet. And this the thing that a lot of media coverage tries to tell you is that social media is really bad and it's down. You know, there are horrible people on the internet who use the anonymity of online to do nasty things and say nasty things. I get it. But those people don't affect me as a content creator nearly as much as the people who I know in real life who affect me far more. Because you can just see a random comment from IHateLife.com and be like, nope, delete, blocked, gone. You can't do that to a normal person in real life that you know, you live with, you go to the shop with, you go to school with, etc. You can't do that. You can't be like, blocked, you have been blocked. You can't do that in real life. So there's no escaping that person. So, to me, someone who's done online content creation for decades, 2 decades, it's probably easier to get rid of online hate and trolls and police it than in real life. The people you actually deal with, the people that you actually have to be in front of 24/7. And that is hard and tough. And in this new year, I'm going to focus a lot more on every now and then doing a video discussing what's going on and how I'm feeling, because it's important that I do that. And this video is the lightest of the few that we'll do, but I wanted to do this video to show my appreciation for you guys. Like I say, we sit at 2.676.687 views on the channel. So that is 2,676,687. My dyslexia, my numeric dyslexia is terrible. But we have a lot of viewers, and we have over 5,000 subscribers. And my first milestone on YouTube was never to get the Bugatti or the Lamborghini or the big mansion with the swimming pool. My obsession was to see 10k next to my name, because where I'm from, 10k is humongous. Like if I just googled something, for example, population of the city of, let's put Manchester. So Manchester, my nearest biggest city, has 553,230 people in it, roughly. Right? Fair enough. That is roughly what the amount of people that are in Manchester, give or take. In the whole greater Manchester area, there's 2.8 million. So that's humongous. That's mega. Places like Liverpool, for example, 496,000. They're large numbers. But when I compare that to like my viewer count, to think that I've got more viewers on my channel than people that live in Manchester, that's pretty crazy. When I think about like the capacity of, say, the AO Arena, it sits 21,000 people. When I look at that versus my viewer count, that's pretty mad. The O2 Arena, 20,000 people. It's mad. So if I could get my YouTube channel, not just the views, but the subscribers to be to that level, that would be crazy for me. Like, to see 20,000 next to my name on YouTube would be insane, because that's 20,000 people. Like, my whole subscribers, all of us, we could just go and sit in the O2 Arena together, and maybe I've got a little bit of something, but in my head, that's exciting. That makes me intrigued. That gets me excited. I could never have done YouTube if the only thing I cared about was the money, because as I get into the new year and we talk about things brutally, openly, honestly, my channel has made a decent profit since it became monetized in 2019. But is it the type of money that's going to go and buy me a home tomorrow? No. Is it the type of money that could buy me a car? Yes. Is it the type, not an insane car, not a Bugatti or a Tesla, but a decent car, a pretty good car. But it couldn't buy me a house, and it couldn't buy me security, and it couldn't buy me a future that I want. So you can't just do YouTube for the money, and which is why I know a large majority of people who tried to do YouTube who failed because they just did it for the money, got no money, quit. And that's why a lot of people stop doing YouTube, especially before you get to that 1,000. I've known so many people who started YouTube channels throughout my entire life because they've heard that I'm doing one, and they think, well, if he can do it, I can do it. It's just a good mentality. But they just got in it for the wrong reason, and then they started doing it, and they couldn't even get from like 0 to 100, let alone from 100 to 1,000, and let alone 1,000 and upwards. I am only comparable right now in my own field to the people bigger and better than me, the people of like the level of, say, the Syndicate Project, KSI, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, people who are millions and millions of subscribers bigger than me. I've not really got the next little up bit, and that's what keeps me hungry on YouTube, because if you're in an office, you're working a 9 to 5 office job, at the very end of it, you might get promoted, you might get a bump, a little bump into the next little category to be the next promotion. You might even, if you're lucky, become the boss. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe. But even then, you've hit your ceiling. There's nowhere to go. And for me, I don't see YouTube as like climbing a mountain. I see it as climbing a mountain range, because you get to one point, you get to one peak and summit and put your flag in it, and you're like, whew, that was fun. We're here now. And then there's like a million more peaks, higher and higher and higher and higher, far as the eye can see. And I get the hunger to go up for that next one. Like, there's no better feeling in the world to me. Like, cause I'm like, we're hungry right now. We're looking for the 6K. We know it's out there. We know it's waiting. And when we hit it, I'll have a moment. And it's happened every number that we've gotten on the channel. We'll hit the moment where I'll go, we did it. We're here. I want the next one. And I can't explain it. I can't explain it in any other way than that. Like, it just takes over my brain, where it's like, yeah, we're at 6K. We can put our feet up. We can relax. We can do a video a month. We can do a video a year. No, I don't see it like that. I see it as instantly, yay, we're here. And then I'm instantly like, where's 7? Where's 8? Where's 9? Where's 10? And I feel like I'll never be content with YouTube. And that's why I love doing it. I love the uncomfortableness of when I'm away from the desk for too long and I'm thinking, someone's out there and they're getting after it and I'm not, and I want to be after it. And that makes me hungry for it. It makes me excited. And it's when I've been at my lowest and I've not even wanted to get out of bed, and I've pulled myself out because I know I want to do something for the video. And I know when my vocal cords went in lockdown because of how much content we were producing, I had to subtitle certain videos or put a little message, a disclaimer at the start, because I'd overworked that hard. I've burnt out, and there's been times where I've been bashing my head off the desk. But there's also those moments where you hit that milestone, or that video that you just randomly uploaded on a whim gets the 100k views, and you think, I'm on something here. And it's been my obsession. It's been my passion. When I look at the stats of, like, I've got people in my largest audience is in the United States. I'm English born and bred, and your biggest audience are from America. Then the UK, then Canada, then Australia, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, Brazil, Sweden, Mexico, France, Saudi Arabia, India, Philippines, Thailand, Turkey, Indonesia, Poland, Norway, South America, Denmark, Spain, Belgium, New Zealand, Hungary, Finland, Romania, and so on and so forth. There's people who watch my channel from places I'll never go to and places I've never seen. And they're watching Tom Origins in their language. And that blows my brain. That makes me excited, because Tom, who works as an office job, Tom, who works in the co-op, Tom, who works down Tesco, he doesn't get to see that. He doesn't get to have that outlook on life and know that he's made a video that he's chuffed about, that he loves, and someone from blooming Philippines has seen it, someone from Turkey has seen it, someone from Poland and Norway and South Africa have seen it. That's mad. That's madness. And I'm so proud of that. I'm like the proudest I could ever be looking at that, because that makes me so confident and so happy that what I've done means something. And I'm a big believer of that. And the one stat that probably would make a lot of people annoyed, but it doesn't to me, Someone could come along, a naysayer, a hater, a commenter, and say, why is your channel not bigger? Why is your channel not at the level of Syndicate or KSI? My channel, and you can look this up, many YouTubers deal with this. Some of your favourite YouTubers, I know Will and he does it. He's one of my favourites in the UK. George Memulus does it. They'll put a little thing on at the front of their video just before their video starts, or at some point in the video they'll put a little disclaimer on and they'll go, did you know, the Sidemen did it this Christmas, did you know that blah 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 % of you aren't actually subscribed but you watch the channel? The amount of people that are subscribed to my channel that consume its content, you know, the people who are here and active, 2.4% of you out of the 100% of you. The people who sit here and consume my content, 97.6% of you aren't subscribed. And that could piss loads of people off. But to me, that just shows me, black and white, piece of paper. That's why Tom's at 5k and not at 10k. That's why Tom's here and not there. Because Tom can only produce the content that I can. And only you guys can watch it, like it, comment it, share it, be a part of it. And I can't tell you how many percentage of you can do that. You can. So if you don't realise that that little red button and that little bell that takes you an eighth of a second, maybe, to push and click and turn on your notifications, if you don't realise how monumental that can affect another person, and all you have to do is that, it's pretty mad that some people don't realise the power that they hold, that the power that's free. Like, fair enough, when there's people out and about who are like, can you give a quid for charity? Can you round up your McDonald's meal? Can you do this? Can you do that? And loads of people are like, don't want to do it, don't want to do it. Fair enough, but this is free and takes you less time than it would to that than to subscribe, which is mad. And if the 97.6% of you did subscribe, because last year that percentage, my 2.4% of people who are subscribed, that last year was 0.5%. And the year before that was even smaller. So now that it sits at 2.4, that's brilliant. And I see that as a win. But one day I'd hope to see that 97% join that 2%, and you'll see the difference on the channel. But that's one thing about my job. I can't control the outcome. I can only be the cause of what's going to happen. I can't be the effect. I can only put in so much time and effort, so much content, so much stuff, and only you guys have the power of making that go from A to B. I can only present you with A, and then you can see where you want it to go to. And you guys have the power, and I can throw it to you, and I can go, I'm done. I did a week of daily uploads with live streams on the sides and YouTube shorts in between that. I'm done. I put it out there for the world. You guys have to run with it. And that's where my thing is brilliant. If I'm in a normal job, stereotypical 9-to-5 job, I can only put 100% of effort in. And I don't think in most jobs, even if you go and put in 100% of the effort, you'll ever see the results of that. Because Kenneth, who's also doing your job, could put 5%, and at the end of the day, you both still make your yearly salary. If you've got a contracted job that's going to give you 20 grand a year, if I'm putting in 100% every day, I probably still will just get my 20 grand at the end of the year. And if Dave puts in 4% of effort, he'll still make his 20 grand a year. That doesn't excite me. That's rigged and boring. And I see that as a wasted legacy. I see that as a wasted time on this short continuum that we have. And I think that doing this is more successful to me, because when I see those figures and those stats go up, I see that as a win. And I think the only reason, and it is, the only reason that I truly can't succeed other people's expectations, because I have no expectations, I just do it. And what happens, happens, and I just enjoy the ride. But I can't succeed other people's expectations, because to a degree in my job, it's a 50-50. It's the subscribers and the audience and the content creator. And if the content creator puts in the work and puts themselves working to the bone doing it, and the subscribers want to take it halfway, or they want to take it all the way, that's the other define. I can't control that. That's out of my control. I can only put out 100% of effort, and you guys can run with it, or you can't. And that's up to you. And that's what I think is the best part about my job, because it's not just on me, it's on us. And this channel, like I say, I'll say it, and if you go through my community, if you go through the tabs, and you see us talking about our success, I always say we, I always say us, I always say, there, 5 days ago, we have come such a way, looking back at 1.12k, and now at 5, and then at the time, 5.6k. I always say we, I never say I always say we, because I always include us. Because we are, this is what I mean, this channel is us. This channel is every person who hits that red button and hits that bell. You're now part of us. So my 2.6 million is your 2.6 million. My 5k subs is your 5k subs. You're as part of this community as you want to be. And like I say, like I rounded it off at the beginning of the video, it's an open door policy. Everybody is welcome. You are as much of this channel as you want to be. And going forward, you guys are going to be what fuels it. Because I can only step up to the plate and provide 110%, and then you guys have got the ball and you've got to run with it. And that's all you can do. And that's what the people who, the 2.6% of you that have run the ball this far, my deepest, humblest respects to you, and the most gratefulness for you. And the rest of you who are just here, floating around in the ether, watching things happening and unfolding. Join in. It costs nothing. I am not a YouTuber that has a Patreon, a subscription site, a merch store, a branded link, or anything like that. You don't have to give me a cent, a ruble, a penny, a euro, a dollar, a nickel, whatever. You don't have to give me jack shit apart from your time for 0.2 seconds to press the red button, to ding the bell, and every now and then come to the community. See, take part in a vote. Again, takes 2 seconds. Your word is now historically added to the channel, and your input has now been given. And that, I think, is amazing. I think that is amazing. And as services can go, I don't think I can provide much more than what I provided. I do have to amend this at the moment. I have to amend this channel about section because it says 21, and I'm now 22, which is kind of crazy. So it says I am a 22. I am a 22 mixed race, a love of online content making. That's what I am. Yes. Yes. Fun facts. I am 22, I am mixed race, and I love online content making. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I do. And yes, we are. And that is what this has been all about. It's been an appreciation video for you guys. I couldn't do what I do without you. You make everything possible. And like I say, if this channel's ever going to get bigger and better, it's going to be down to you guys. It's going to be down to the community. And I'd love for you guys to be able, when you're at the point of, you know, when we've hit the point of 10k, for the originals, for you guys to be here and be like, I was here at 400. I was here at 200. I was here at 1k. I was here at 5k. One day we'll be at a number, because it doesn't matter how long it takes, how much money it earns, what the stats are. I have a little book. I write down my numbers every month, and I see an increase every month because I'm putting in the work, and the 2.6 of you are putting in the work. So if everybody puts in the work, we're going to have a win-win. And one day we'll look at a humongous amount of people. Sorry, we'll look at a humongous number of people, and you guys will be the tip of it. You guys will be the crowning jewels of what made that channel possible. And not a lot of subscribers or YouTubers compliment how good their subscribers are and how much that matters. A YouTuber means nothing without their audience. You're just a lunatic talking to a camera mounted on the top of your desk with a bit of sellotape. So with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic 2023. You're going to see a lot more of me. I'm going to be doing live streams, I'm going to be doing videos, I'm going to do gaming videos covering what's trending. We're going to cover The Last of Us TV show by reacting every episode and doing that. That'll be probably our first big series of the year. I'm also going to not say a lot of stuff and just do a lot of stuff. Because in the past I've had a problem with trying to set things up and it not coming through. I've been too excited too soon, and I've set something up and I've not been able to pull it off the way I wanted to. So instead this year what I'm going to do is you're just going to see it. Things are just going to happen, and you're just going to see it. And that's going to be a nice surprise. But like I say, you guys have done everything. I've done everything. Thank you for doing everything for 2022. Thank you for being here. And like I say, if you are down, if you get frustrated, if you get anxiety, depression, it's okay. It's normal. It's natural. Email me, Facebook me, DM me, private message me, whatever you want to do. Have a chat. I'm here. And keep being here, because the world is shit sometimes, but it'd be a lot shitter without you in it. So please stick around, and please keep being awesome. and grow this channel, grow this community. To all of you veterans of the community who come to the live streams, who message daily, who are part of it and are active, I know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you for being extra special legends, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Peace.